May 2019, San Antonio, Texas. We're here at Fort Sam Houston RV Park to attend my niece Tori's graduation. But as it turned out, my niece Tori couldn't make it to this class, so she's not here. But my sister Bernie and her husband Pat are still coming, so we get to see them. It'll be fun. In the meantime, we ran into several of our other RV friends and enjoyed spending some time with them. It was great to catch up with them over a couple bottles of wine, a little brandy and some limoncello, and another couple of bottles of wine. It's always fun running into old friends and just catching up and talking about what we've done and what we've seen and compare it with what they've done. We get some good ideas of places to visit just from these conversations. We of course went down to San Antonio's Riverwalk because it's just such a beautiful place to go. We also checked out some new places that we hadn't seen before. As I said, there's a lot to see in San Antonio. This time, we got a chance to explore the city around the Riverwalk. I think a lot of people spend time down at the Riverwalk and just ignore the city around it. There's a lot of nice restaurants and shops of all kinds. You can have a lot of fun just walking the sidewalks and seeing what's there. And whenever you're ready to eat or just have a drink, well, there's always something just a few steps away. And look, Pat and Bernie are finally here. And since Tori couldn't make it, it looks like it'll be just the four of us. Our first stop was a drive through a wildlife preserve. Bernie made friends with some kind of a horny animal. I don't really know what it is. And look at the size of that chicken! And then both Janet and Bernie fed some pigeons. I mean, these pigeons were huge. They say things are bigger in Texas, but you really don't believe it until you see it. What? I'm told that was not a chicken and it was not a pigeon. It was actually an ostrich and an emu. Okay, so, moving on, they're feeding the wildlife. After feeding the wildlife, we visited some of the local caverns. Pat is a bit of a whiskey connoisseur, so he was up for trying some of the local flavors. And they were good. Then on to yet another fine Texas meal along with something to wash it down. Pat and Bernie were in town for just a few days, but we packed all of that time with lots and lots of fun. We said goodbye to Pat and Bernie, and just a few days later, we said goodbye to San Antonio because it's time for us again to move on.